And we want to highlight a little bit when you said,
Good.
I know what true love feels
Yes.
like and what missing someone feels like. And we say true love and missing someone aren't on the same end of the stick at all. And yet there are a lot of people who think that if true love's on one end of the stick, then you got to miss them on the other end. And we say true love doesn't feel like missing someone. And you say, even when you're not with them, we say, even when you're not with them. In other words, that's a lack-based mentality, whether they're 3,000 miles away or not. We just don't want you to gloss over that because a lot of people feel a lot of out of the vortex stuff and equate it with a relationship. Relationships are full of angst for most people. Most love relationships, when people use the word love, it's a rare person that's even anywhere in the vibrational vicinity of love when they use the word love. Because to most people, love means missing, means love gone bad, means something I want that I haven't figured out how to get.
So the missing doesn't mean that. Because I travel a lot, so it doesn't mean that. It means...
You tell us what missing means.
I know. It's like...
in the vortex way.
Excited that you have someone in your life that
That's different. That's the other end of the stick. That's not missing. Missing is the opposite of that. And a little bit of missing goes a long way.
So how do I, when I'm in my vortex...
When you're in your vortex, we don't have to tell you. You just know. When you're in your vortex, you don't miss. Because here's what it comes to, and then we want to hear your question because you're in a good place of asking really good questions.
Oh, good.
When you're in your vortex, you are in alignment with what you want. And so missing could not be an emotion that you're feeling. But what happens is... Here's the powerful phrase we want you to sort of repeat to yourself for a little while, for a few days. When I think I'm missing this person, what I'm really missing is my connection with who I am, and I'm blaming it on the fact that I'm not with that person. So what you're missing is your connection to you and to your creation of the relationship the way you want it to be. Now hear it. This is really powerful. When you feel that feeling that feels like emptiness, you're missing your connection. And when you're missing your connection, you can't have the stuff that's in your vortex because you're denying yourself of it. The emotion indicates that. So when you say to someone, I miss you, I really suffer when we're not together, what you're saying is, I use us not being together as my excuse to not align with who I am, and therefore to deprive myself of everything that I want, including the improved relationship with you. As long as you miss someone and do it fairly frequently, things can't get better. The best relationship is when you say, I don't miss you at all. I don't miss you at all. Of course, you want them to be in the vortex with you and understand what you mean.
Yeah.
I don't miss you because I've learned how to align with who I am, so I am secure and fulfilled regardless of what you are off or I am off doing. I'm not dependent upon your behavior or on our location to feel good. I've trained myself into alignment with who I am, and I consistently feel good.
So there are days where I am in the vortex and I feel great. And it really doesn't matter where the hell he is in the world. And then all of a sudden, it's like a GPS system. My mom says that he's got a GPS noose around me. Where I'm in the vortex and I'm feeling good, and all of a sudden the phone rings and I get on the phone, and like talking to him isn't feeling good anymore. And I get right out of the vortex. They spits it right out. So the question's about the GPS piece, because I know that I have a GPS inside of me.
Well, you see, most people have trained themselves to believe that it is normal to miss someone when you're not with them. You train each other to feel that way. We hear you say it to your grandchildren and I'm going to really miss you. It's going to be really hard not being together. And it's utterly disempowering. What you want to say is, when we're together, my being in the vortex is enhanced by our being together. But when we are not together, my being in the vortex is not detracted from. I am a focuser. I focus myself into alignment no matter what, and I love being with you when I'm in alignment. But I love being in alignment whether I'm with you or not.
So knowing that I love this person dearly in my heart, and knowing that I'm in my vortex.
There you are, misusing the word love again. That's what we were talking about earlier. When you're in the vortex, you love this person. When you're not in the vortex, you do not love this person. Because when you're not in the vortex, you're not connected with the energy of love, and you have none of it to give. That's strong, but you misuse the word love. Everyone does. Your mother shouts at you, "Don't you know I love you?" She's nowhere near the vibration of love. Nowhere near it.
So love, the love is for myself in the vortex.
Love, well said. That's what the feeling of love is alignment. So let's just play with this for a little bit. Instead of saying I love you, let's replace the word love with alignment. I alignment you. Now, we know it sounds weird, and don't say it to anybody outside this room. But think about, I alignment you. I alignment you so much. Well, what does that mean? I'm in alignment. And now the whole of me is flowing through me and holding you as my object of attention. Ooh, that's love. That's alignment. But you would find it awkward to say, I alignment you when you're not in alignment.
So how does trust come into this? So the reason I ask that is my girlfriend and I have a conversation at lunch.
Well, what does trust have to do with it? Is a better question. In the way that humans use the word trust, we would say, I trust myself to focus myself into the alignment with Source, who is always standing there for me. I can always count on Source holding the vibration right where I'm wanting to be. I can always trust that when I feel negative emotion, I'm not aligning you. I can always trust that when I'm not in the vortex, then I'm not in alignment. In other words, that's one wonderful thing about the laws of the universe and about your guidance system. When you feel negative emotion, you can trust you're out of the vortex. When you feel positive emotion, you can trust you're in the vortex. When you are in the vortex, you can trust that you are connected with the energy that creates worlds and flowing it towards your object of attention.
So it's only about trusting myself and not other people?
It's only about trusting yourself to be able to pay attention to your emotions and focus yourself into alignment with who you are. And everyone else is a happy or not co-creator. But the relationship that you're seeking is between you and you.